Browns wrapped up 2 days of joint practices in Indianapolis with the Colts ahead of tomorrow's preseason game against the Colts at 4 o'clock kickoff. Browns with a day off to get ready for that preseason game. Freddie Kitchens talked a little bit about Drew Forbes playing some right tackle, about Kareem Hunt, and how impressive Jalen Strong has been. The head coach was most happy with the way his team performed the second day of the joint practices and felt that was more like what he wanted to see from his football team.
Hi, guys. I thought we got a lot accomplished today. It was a lot like yesterday, and tempo was more like I liked it today than it was yesterday. So I think we identified a problem yesterday. Not that there was anything wrong with the tempo, but we set the tempo. Nobody else does. And I think these guys learned that today.
A lot more skirmishes today.
There was, wasn't there?
There were. I mean, OBJ said message received.
Yeah.
After you talked yesterday.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's
I told you guys yesterday, we're not in the backing down from anything.
Prior to that yesterday, did you think there was backing down?
No, I didn't. I just think sometimes when you change settings, you kind of we just have I don't know what to say. We just have a way that we're going to treat our practices. All right, that's how we're going to practice. And I think that doesn't ever change. All right, it doesn't matter who we're going against. It doesn't matter if we're going against ourselves. But I think we learned a lot about ourselves from the standpoint of that's how you've got to approach it. You keep in your tempo. Let everybody else adjust to yours, not the other way around.
You kind of left it at Lucas Oil Stadium to start yesterday, you think?
Sir? So
you kind of left that attitude behind at the start of yesterday's practice, do you think?
I think so. I think these guys are resilient from the standpoint of we can identify a problem, and I think these guys work to fix it. And I think we identified that problem last night, and I think they came out and fixed it.
You had Ratley came back, maybe not just him, but just addressing guys that are in position fights that get hurt early in camp and the onus that puts on them to get healthy and then catch the coach's eye again.
It is. It's a big that's a big factor when you start evaluating your roster at the end of all this. Whatever's on tape is who they are. So you want to get some good stuff on tape. And time's running out. You know, the clock's ticking, and I think the sense of urgency has to be picked up in some areas. And I think they're working at that. It just doesn't happen overnight.
Does a guy like that, he played a little bit for you, I think he caught 13 balls last year, does that get factored in, or it's what have you done for me lately?
It's what he did today, you know.
How have you seen Odell stay involved, even when he's not been out there as much in team drills?
Well, you know, we had a conversation today, all of them. Like, you know, Odell and Jarvis, they need to lead that room, and they're doing a good job of that. And he can still lead from over there. He can still lead and make sure those guys are doing what they're supposed to do, correct them, prep them for things that are about to happen. I think him and Jarvis both are doing a good job of that.
He says he'll be ready and that he doesn't want to let Baker down, so he thinks their timing and chemistry will be fine.
Yeah.
What you've seen throughout his first 5 years in the league, does that convince you that he'll be fine come week one?
Yeah, I think he'll make the team, if that's what you're asking.
That's
but
more than fine. I mean, will he be the guy that you traded for?
I'm not worried about Odell at all. He will be ready to go, mentally, physically. He'll be ready to go.
Since we won't speak to you tomorrow, I know you'll miss that, but can you give us an idea of Baker's play time tomorrow in the offensive line?
No, I can't. We'll wait and see on Saturday. I haven't fully decided yet. I'm not trying to avoid the question. I really haven't. I swear to you guys, I take it one day at a time. And I think I have a preliminary plan, but I think that changes. You know, we got some good work done today and yesterday. So, you know, we'll see. We'll talk about it and determine that.
Odell said that you guys have a plan for him and that he's trying to just, like, go with the plan.
Yep.
Is the plan to, like, kind of hold him out of all these preseason games and let him heal? Or, is it hip injury a thing or not a big deal? Or?
I'm not really going to even discuss our plan. It's like our plan. So, you know, I'm not going to discuss it. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just not going to talk about our plan.
You saw Nick Chubb
break away on one today. Obviously, we saw that last season. Was there any point where that was a surprise to you, or did you always know he had that home run ability?
You know, I think during the evaluation process, you saw the speed. You know, you saw the agility. You know, he's got one of the best jump cuts I've ever seen. Now, I'm not claiming I'm the, you know, I've seen every jump cut, so I'm sure I'm going to offend somebody with that, but he's got a good jump cut in the hole. He's got great body control, balance, all the characteristics and skill sets that good running backs have. So, yeah, we saw it.
Do you get a feel, like, now that you have him and Kareem in pads and, you know, working through full practices, do you get a, I mean, I know just from the tape and everything, you probably have an idea of how they complement each other, but do you get a better feel for it when you see it out there?
Yeah, I think, you know, Kareem came back, you know, really came back yesterday for the first time with meaningful reps. And, you know, you see the ability, and I think everybody sees it.
That run by Chubb really fired up Baker. Is that like a triumph for the line, too, of the day? I mean, was that a legit touchdown, or did you just call it?
What do you think?
Yeah, I know there's no tackling, but
Well,
they left the field after the one play. So.
I think we know, and I think they know.
Yeah, but I mean, it was gratifying for the offensive line for that play.
Yeah, definitely. I think anytime you have an explosive play, this game's built on explosive plays and not turning the ball over. So anytime you get an explosive play, everybody understands the significance of that moving forward in a game. And that was an explosive play.
What are the things you've seen in Drew Forbes' development that has kind of put him in the mix a little bit there?
I think he's gotten better and kept his head down when everything around him seemed to be falling apart. He kept his head down and just kept working. And I think he's seeing some of the benefits of doing it like that. And that's just one example. But, you know, he's doing well, or he's doing better, you know.
I know you talk about consistency all the time.
Some of these guys just have to play, you know. Some of these guys, you know, come from small schools. They just got to play, you know. He flashed in the game the other night, you know, so that earned him some more reps, you know. He flashed yesterday, so that earned him some more reps. It's kind of, we're like on a reward system around here, I guess, you know, like your little gas card thing, you know.
Have you seen Jalen Strong get more consistent as camp's gone on?
Yeah, I think so. I think a bunch of those guys have, but I think Jalen definitely has, and he just needs to keep working. It's, you know, in a sense, we still got a long way to go, but what they have to understand is the clock is ticking, so the sense of urgency has to be picked up, and I think it has. I'm not saying it hasn't, but the sense of urgency. I mean, I feel a sense of urgency. I want them to feel it. You know.
Do you like the physicality that he brings to that group? Could bring to that group?
Yeah, that he could potentially bring to the group, because he is a physical guy when he wants to be. We just need it every day.
Is the injury
I just want to know what's going to be on the field. You know, I want to know every day what I'm going to get.
Freddie Kitchens talking about wide receiver Jalen Strong as Browns getting ready for their second preseason game against the Indianapolis Colts Saturday at 4 p.m. Today, Friday, a day off